else? Do you know people who love Jesus and don't seem to love anyone else? That kind of religion that says you can treat people however you want as long as you have a personal relationship with Jesus is an abomination. It is a cancer. You can't love God and abuse the immigrant. You can't love God and bully the outcast. You can't love God and oppress the poor. In that neighbor who bears the divine image. In the face of a neighbor, we glimpse the face of God.
What's going on in this fucking country right now is disgusting. Fuck this administration. Fuck ICE. It's time for you motherfuckers to grow some balls and defend our neighbors. These immigrants haven't done anything wrong. They're hardworking people. Statistics show they commit far less crimes than American-born citizens. So get off your fucking high horse, calling them these criminals, these rapists. No, motherfucker, your cousin that's sitting down the road smoking meth. Your average Trump supporter is the fucking criminal. It's time to stand up and not let this shit fucking stand anymore.
As well. This individual went and impeded their law enforcement operations, attacked those officers, had a weapon on him and dozens of rounds of ammunition, wishing to inflict harm on these officers, brandishing like that and impeding their work that they were doing.
Has this lady lost her mind? We all seen the video. They went up to him. Pushed him, bear maced him in the face. Then like 7 of them tackled him to the ground. They were pistol whipping him in the face.
Agents. Este mensaje es para los agentes de ICE. This message is for ICE agents. Ustedes de verdad tienen que pensar bien lo que van a hacer ahora. You guys really have to think what you're gonna do next. Porque están realmente destruyendo este país. They're really destroying this country. Todo lo que este país representó hasta el día de hoy de alguna manera, everything that this country represented up to these days, está siendo destruido por ustedes. It's being destroyed by you. La esperanza que tenían millones de llegar a este país, trabajar, salir adelante, the hope that millions of people had on this country to be able to come here and move forward and have a better future, está siendo destruida por la maldad de ustedes. It's being destroyed by your evil.
Pretend like the world's completely lost its mind. I mean, I don't know what's happening in the United States. I'm so sad. I can't pretend like this is an insane. We have stormtroopers on the streets of America terrorizing people, not making people any safer. They're terrorizing people. They're killing innocent people. The rents are still high. There's no food. Food's expensive. People can't feed their kids. They can't send them to school. They can't get sick or they're going to end up dead because they can't afford health care. Something's really wrong here, and I don't know what the answer is. But the world's not better with this guy, this madman in office who just told the world that there is no international law concerning him. The only thing that concerns him is his morality. What can we do as people? We have to get out and stop it. There's more of us than there are.
Patriots.
He's 5. And they took him out of the car and marched him to the front door to use him as bait. They asked him to knock on the door to see if anyone else was home. He's 5.
Politics. If your politics are bigger than the cross, we can't be friends right now. Stop trying to equate your politics with your Jesus. Because Jesus was a man of compassion. So don't tell me you're a Christian and you treat people like trash and you tear people down and you tell them they're not worthy and they're not valuable. Jesus would never do that. So all these people that want to equate Jesus and the cross with democracy are fooled. That's a lie. And it's also a dog whistle for racism. Because if you really, really wanted to be about Jesus, you wouldn't be anti-immigration because Jesus was an immigrant. Jesus had to leave Israel and flee to Egypt because of political and religious persecution. And while you sing in songs themselves to that Jesus, why don't you show what he really looked like? Because all your tithe would dry up if they saw a brown-skinned Middle Eastern Palestinian Jew with woolly hair. I don't get to tear somebody down because they look different than me. I don't get to talk about somebody because they don't come from where I come from. The Bible says he made all humanity from one blood. We still have a racial problem in this country. And
everything that you see what happened in Minneapolis. Yeah. You see everything that happened, and it is it's sad and fascinating that no matter how many angles come out, no matter what people are watching, no one's really changing their position. And I think one of the main reasons is that there are many people that are trying to argue the legality, and everyone else is trying to argue the morality, you know? We're not speaking the same language about these things, which is one of the main reasons we're not getting anywhere. And I think that, look, if your entire moral compass is based on what the laws are currently at the time, I think that's a very weak compass, because all of the good that has ever come to this country and to people in general was through change. It was through adjustment. It was through figuring out what met the moment the best, you know?
Foreign-born, where the fuck are our leaders? This is a sincere question. As a foreign-born billionaire and his unvetted lackey hackers override Congress and take control of all departments of our federal government, including all of Americans' most personal information, while the Justice Department argues against birthright citizenship, while our government cuts foreign aid and supports ethnic cleansing and opens concentration camps, while the President's Senate approves a Secretary of Defense who will use our military against our people, an Attorney General who will use the Justice Department against their political enemies, and a head of the FBI who will turn our federal agents into the President's own private army. So I ask you again, where are our leaders? Where is President Obama and President Bush and President Clinton and President Biden? Where are our former Joint Chiefs of Staff, the leaders of the American military, General Brown, General Milley, General Dunford, General Dempsey? Where are the State Department leaders, American ambassadors, Secretary of State? Where is Rex Tillerson and Hillary Clinton and John Kerry and Condoleezza Rice? Where are the former heads of the FBI and CIA like Leon Panetta and John Brennan and Christopher Wray and James Comey? Where are the former vice presidents, Gore, Pence, Quayle, Harris? Our former speakers of the House, Paul Ryan, John Boehner, Nancy Pelosi. Many of you ran to be president yourself. You know what's going on. You understand how unconstitutional and illegal and wrong this is. You know this is a coup, a hostile takeover of the American government. And you know that our courts, which are the only group even remotely standing up for the rule of law right now, are not going to be able to move fast enough to stop what's happening. Someone has to stand up to this takeover, and they have to do it fast.
There are thousands of them, but there's millions of us. There's fucking millions of us. This shit needs to fucking stop now, and no one's doing it but us. Start getting together in small groups, in secure communication forums, and talk about how you're going to protect yourselves, protect us, and fucking fight back. There are thousands of them.
Hey MAGA, this is a message from a fellow conservative American. Yes, I lean to the conservative spectrum, but I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. So all my liberal followers keep following me because we agree on a lot of stuff, but we disagree on some other things. But this is my message directly to MAGA. You still feel like you're winning, supporting this moron Donald Trump? Are you out of your mind? I literally just came from Home Depot where they jacked the price up on a bag of self-leveling concrete from last week, $21, to this week, $31.95. I went to get a box of taping mud for my drywall. Last week I bought a box. I needed another one. I was a little bit short. Last week it was like $15. You know how much it was today? $20. Yeah. You still feel like you're winning? Because I guarantee you're paying the same garbage ass prices that I'm paying. And this is getting absolutely disgusting.
I want to show you a video that CNN just obtained of the shooting, and I'm going to overlay on the video of the shooting of Alex Preddy the description of the shooting that we all heard from the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem. And I want you to see if her description matches what you see in the video. The first image you're going to see is Alex Preddy, this 37-year-old ICU nurse from the Minneapolis VA who was shot and killed today by federal agents. The first image you're going to see is him standing in the middle of the street of Minneapolis, holding his cell phone, filming these federal agents.
An individual approached U.S. Border Patrol officers with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun. The officers attempted to disarm this individual, but the armed suspect reacted violently. Fearing for his life and for the lives of his fellow officers around him, an agent fired defensive shots. Medics were on the scene immediately and attempted to deliver medical aid to the subject, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. The suspect also had 2 magazines with ammunition in them that held dozens of rounds. He also had no ID. This looks like a situation where an individual arrived at this scene to inflict maximum damage on individuals and to kill law enforcement.
You just do? What the did you just do? What the
There's still a lot we don't know about this shooting. Apparently, Preddy had a gun on him. He also had a concealed carry permit, according to law enforcement. It looks as though, in the video, that his gun was taken from him by law enforcement before he was shot. It also looks as though he never actually held his gun or reached for his gun, at least based on the 3 or 4 videos we've seen of the event. Still a lot of unanswered questions, but just tell me what you think. Did what you saw on that video square with how Secretary Noem described it? I want to show you a video that CNN just obtained of